Hello, and welcome to the 28th episode of Christyn's Crochet Corner. I am your host, Christyn, and we are in the Crochet Corner. And I have a robe on because it's freezing. You guys, let me tell y'all something. I live in South Texas for a reason. I can't stand this cold, you guys. It is way too cold out here for the South, okay? Canada needs to come get their weather because it's drunk and it's down here in South Texas. No. Anywho, I want to welcome everybody to the 28th episode of Christyn's Crochet Corner. Whoop, 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 whoop. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's staying warm because I know if it's like really freezing cold down here in South, I know up north it must be like wicked cold. So I hope everybody is staying warm. I hope everybody's doing really good. I want to welcome all our newbies, all our new people. And if you're wondering, if you are watching this for the first time and you are wondering why I'm in a robe, it is because I just got back from outside. We went outside and my husband took me to go haul hay with him. And of course I didn't do anything. I just sat in the truck. But it was so stinking cold. So that's why I'm in a robe today. I figured I would warm up under all this nice yarn and kind of just talk and have a chat with my friends and kind of cozy up in my jam jams. I am wearing jam jams. I'm wearing Little Mermaid jam jams and just a regular tee and my comfy robe. You guys, I'm so comfortable here and I hope that y'all are comfortable too. I hope that y'all get yourself a nice warm cup of coffee or cocoa or a soda or whatever you think, just come and relax with me, you guys. I want to come invite y'all to relax because we got a pretty good show for y'all today. I want to thank once again everybody for supporting the channel. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I wish y'all the very best, not only for supporting this channel, but just because as a human race, I want to wish y'all the very best. Just because as human people, we should be doing that anyways. But before we begin our helpful show, I want to remind y'all to subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. If you have a crochet friend or somebody who is starting to get into crochet, we're getting into the topic of little tips and tricks that I kind of wish somebody would have told me when I first began. So if you know a beginner that kind of doesn't really know too much, even I had somebody comment that they've been crocheting for multiple years and they never thought of these little tips and tricks. So I just want to be a helping hand to everybody. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our show. I want to jump into it kind of fast because I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time and I have a lot to cover. So last week, we're going to review what we talked about last week. Last week in episode 27, we talked about improving our craft. And how do we do that? How do we improve a craft that we've been doing for, some people have been doing it for 30 plus years. Some people have been doing it, like for me, I've only been doing it for 3 years. Some people have just barely stuck their foot in it. But for being 3 years, I have done a lot of research. I have put so much money into this craft because I love it. I'm very passionate about this craft, as are you. So I just want to help you, take you in a little in-depth into helping you out to get you, motivated, to get you going into this craft. So last week we talked about if you sell your crochet. Some of us don't, like I do not, but I'm going to be getting into selling my crochet. Beginning of next year, I'm going to start selling my crochet. But I know a lot of us, actually, this is our job. This is this is how we earn our money, which is, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So kudos to you if you do sell your art. But one thing that I have learned is I need to make sure that I'm sitting in really good lighting. Now that's very obvious. Obviously, we need to have good lighting. And last week I talked about lit crochet hooks that are LED lights, and the LED light for neck light to make it's like hands-free, so you can be crocheting in the car or wherever. And also seating. You want to make sure that the way you're seated is you have good seated. It's good structure for your back. So I would not recommend like a recliner or lazy boy, just because you sink in a little bit. So you may start like this and then you kind of get comfortable watching TV and you kind of just slowly fall back. And actually that may tend to kind of like waver the way you yank or you pull on your yarn. So it does affect your work. So if you are selling your work and if you're at a craft fair, or you're just selling it online, or somebody knows you and they want to buy for a friend or whatever, you want to sell the best possible product. Am I right? I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to the things that I sell, even the things that I give away, just because they know that it's from me. And I want to make a good name for myself. I want people to know, wow, she does a really good job. So on that note, this week we're going to be talking about 2 more things. And one is kind of obvious, tools. So the kind of tools that you invest into, so obviously the better the tool, the better the product. Now that's not always the case, but a majority of the time it is the case. So with any craft, anywhere, it could be carpentry, it could be cricketing, it could be looming, it could be gardening, like it's any art, anywhere, even painting. Obviously, the better the quality of craft material, the better the product and the higher quality that you can sell that product for. But I know a lot of us, like me, we're not really made of money. So this is what this channel is about. I always love to find coupons and I love to find different things to kind of, yarn ball on a budget, just so that we're not spending a whole ton of money and putting ourselves out. So once you get started and once you start making that money, start making it, and you're able to invest back in yourself, then obviously your quality of tools and fiber starts to go up. But I'm talking about when we're barely beginning, you do want to invest in yourself a little bit. The best bang for your buck, I would say, to begin would be probably your clover hooks, the Amours, just because of the ergonomics and the way that the tool itself slides through the yarn in any kind of yarn. I've never had a problem with that hook. Actually, my son has beat to heck many of my hooks and they still work. They don't snag the yarn, even though the enamel on some of them have been scraped off. They still work great, guys. I love them. You can't go wrong with that. So you really want to invest in yourself. That's what I always say. If you're investing in your art and in your craft, you're investing in yourself. And it makes you kind of happy, right? Like inside when you buy a new tool, a new crochet hook, a new yarn, a new stitch marker, whatever it is, it makes you happy. The best quality hook, I would say, would probably be the Furls hooks. Those are so amazing. And the tulip hooks, that's kind of more up there. They're a little bit more expensive. I think the cheapest Furls hook I found was like $18 a hook or something like that. I haven't done a lot of research on the Furls, just because that's a little bit out of my standard. But I am planning on investing, hopefully soon, on Furls hooks once my little business adventure takes off. I don't really want it to be a business. I just kind of want it to be like a little side hustle where I'm making a little bit of money to support my addiction, Yarnaholics Anonymous. And hopefully, you guys, fingers crossed, it'll be a good thing for me. People will start buying and, it'll be fun. Another thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about is your mood. So I know it's not really an obvious thing, but a lot of us crochet or knit or loom or cricket when we kind of feel like poopy inside, like we just kind of feel like ugh. So, but if you think about it, our insides actually reflect out. So if you're angry or you're frustrated or you're confused, it comes out in your work. Now, you may not notice it at all times, but sometimes it does come out in your work. And I notice that it does come out in my work too. So if that's the kind of person that you are, that you're frustrated, you're angry, you just want to crochet, and you start crocheting and it starts coming out in your work, and then you start calming down, because that's how I like to relax. When I've had kind of a rough day, I like to sit in my chair or I like to go watch a movie and I crochet. I love to crochet to relax. But sometimes I would not urge you to go crochet on things that you're gonna sell, like at a craft fair or to a friend or any business advent that you might be going into. I would probably, if you're frustrated or angry or sad or bored, you know, anything like that, I would do like a little amigurumi. I would do maybe a granny square, something real fast that you can just get all that emotion out of in that one little project. And then once you have that mindset of, okay, this is my business, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna sell, excuse me, what I'm gonna sell, and I want it to be as perfect as I can get it, because, you know, humans aren't perfect, and obviously there will be flaw in any handmade gift or product. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. And I think that it makes it more beautiful when there's flaws here and there, because you know it's made by hand, and that's a beautiful thing. Kind of like wood, when it's kind of been, you know, distressed or whatever, how they say it. It's more beautiful when it's kind of like, you know, messed up and bruised up. It's a beautiful thing. So that's just how, like, I feel like a handmade gift should be, because then it makes it look less like factory made, like it's been on, you know, this machine and this machine made it. No, these hands made it, and it is imperfect, but also you also want to give the best quality product that these hands can give. So what I find is when I'm in a mood, whatever mood that may be, whether I'm angry or happy, whether I'm angry or frustrated or fed up or ready to throw in the towel, I tend to work on the stuff that I want to keep, like for myself. And the things I'm going to give, I get into this positive mind, okay, we're going to give the best quality product to this person so that they can know I'm a businesswoman and I do business the right way. So with that being said, I want y'all to think about these things. So I hope everybody is doing so good. I know that the holidays are fastly approaching. Oh my goodness, they're almost here. I'm a little bit behind, even though I started in August on Christmas gifts. I did finish one gift, the hippopotamus that I was working on, that song, that Christmas song that it reminds me of. So I finished this hippo for my niece. I want to say a few days ago. It's been a few days. This is the pattern off of, oh my goodness, I don't even have the book here, but it's the Sarah Zimmerman pattern from Repeat Crafter Me. And I had to make a few changes to this pattern. The ears, I had to make a few changes to the ears because it did not give a like in-depth direction on how to do the ears. I think that was it. So maybe just that one. I got kind of confused on the ears, but that might just be me. But you guys, I'm so happy with the way it turned out. Look at that little hippopotamus. So other than the ears, I thought it was a very easy pattern. I thought it was fun. I don't know if I want to put like a bow or a ribbon or maybe like a little flower in her hair yet, because she looks kind of naked. Maybe I make her like a little tutu out of tulle. I don't know. I'll keep you updated on that. What do y'all think I should do? I feel she's a little naked and she needs something on her. Maybe a little tutu, maybe? What do you think? So I thought it was so fun. Sarah did a very good job writing this pattern. I loved it, you guys. I really liked that book. From this one pattern, I really enjoyed making this pattern. I really thought it was really fun. So I'm not done with it, but she did a really good job. This is, how adorable, stinking cute is this? I also saw that she had a pattern for these fingerless gloves, and I thought they were so cute that I absolutely had to make them. So these are the gingerbread fingerless gloves, gingerbread man. This is red heart with love. I can't remember what color. And then this is the red heart with love, white. It's literally called white, but it has like a little sparkle in them. And then I just added the embroideries that you're supposed to. And I know Kayla from Llama Mama made these too, and hers are so cute. And I think she made the snowman ones too. I didn't make the snowman ones only because I wasn't feeling the snowman ones, but I really was feeling these gingerbread ones. How cute are these? So festive. So I know already. I know myself. And I know the way I crochet. I crochet very tightly, very tight little stitches. My stitches are always so tight. So I actually went up a hook size and I stitched very loosely. So I don't know if you can tell, but they've already stretched out on me. So like right here, not too much, but they've kind of stretched out a little bit. So I might make myself another going down a hook size and crocheting tighter because they stretched a little bit. So that's another thing that you want to watch out about is crochet items tend to stretch, and I kind of got so excited to make these that I forgot all about that. I just want to jump right in and just make them. And I made them like in a few hours. I think I made them, these were super fast. So this is actually a really good idea to make for a coworker or a teacher or a friend's mom. Like if your child has a friend, and I always feel like I always make myself a list, okay? Tell me if it's the same with you or not, okay? I always make a list of everybody that I have to make gifts for. And then out of the blue, people I haven't talked to in years give me a gift. So what I do is I start crocheting little knickknacks like this, little amigurumis, little scarves, little hats, little cute little festive things like this. So just in case somebody who I forgot about or I haven't talked to in a long time, they just like, boop, here I have a gift for you. I obviously hate accepting a gift and I don't have a gift back. And I know that's not what Christmas is about. But I just feel so bad when people give me gifts and I am so empty-handed. And I know they're like, don't worry about it. But deep inside, I'm like, oh, I'm dying inside. So I really enjoyed making these little fingerless gloves too. It was so cute. I got all of these products at my local Joann's, and I think it was under $10 that I got all of this. Not bad. That's a pretty good gift. And you can make multiple because I bought a big pack of Christmas buttons. And so for $10, you can make a lot of these gloves, you guys. You can make a lot of these. That's not bad. I don't think it was bad. I have a really good news for you guys. I want to tell y'all that I finally caught up on my temperature blanket. Yes, I finally, after months of, you guys, I was months behind. Like it was October and I was in August. I finally caught up on my temperature blanket. So I am down to doing 1 square a day, and hopefully I keep that up so that I can continue just doing 1 square a day, because it is such a pain in my rear to be doing tons of squares, and it kind of kept me back from doing a lot of other crocheting. Also, one thing that kept me back from doing a lot of crocheting was my depression. I've been struggling for the past few weeks, as y'all know, with depression. And I feel like these past 2 days, I've been getting my crojo back. And a lot of it does have to do with you guys. You guys really did help me get out of that slump I was in. I do get really sad about a lot of things. There's just a lot of things. I feel like sometimes the happiest people, the real energetic people, have like a rock weighing down on them, and it's been really rough. These past few weeks have been really rough. But I want to thank y'all for being my friends. I want to thank y'all for taking time to watch the videos, taking time to send me a really positive, a love vibe, and thank you so much. Just thank you. It's been rough, you guys. I don't even know how I made it out of that. Like, that was a rough few weeks for me. I actually at one point wanted to give up the show. I wanted to quit the channel. I wanted to say one last video and just kind of like say goodbye and wish y'all the very best. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give up. I know it's so easy to give up, and I've quit a lot of things in my life just because of my anxiety and my depression, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to allow that to overcome me. So I want to speak to y'all. If you know somebody who is struggling with mental health, I want to encourage y'all, even if you are the one who is suffering with mental health issues, that you're not alone, that you are loved, that you're valued, that you're needed and wanted. And don't give up. Please don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. As hard as it may be, I know how hard it is because I was there. Like just a few days ago, I was there. Please don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. If you need to lean on somebody, lean on somebody. If you need to ask for help, don't be scared to ask for help. Even if you don't have anybody, call a hotline, email me. We're all here for you. Put a comment. Having a bad day, can you please cheer me up? And like, we will do what we can. I think we all need to come together as a crochet community to lift each other up. So if you're just having a bad year or a bad month or a bad week, come here. Don't worry about it. You're going to be okay. You're going to be good. So speaking of lifting each other up, I found, do y'all guys remember, I can't remember what episode it was that I was talking about Jessica from the Hook Nook. Well, she just released a bunch of her products into the Joanne's-mosphere. The Joanne's-mosphere. And if you don't know what Joanne's-mosphere is, it is the Joanne's craft store. Well, my Joanne's here on in San Antonio, the south side, because that's the closest one to me. But tomorrow I will be going to the north side Joanne's, because that Joanne's is way bigger and I really want to go check that one. I've never been to that big Joanne's. So I'll be heading over there. North Star Joanne's, I'm coming for you. You better have some good deals for me. So this is all they had was the skein savers, but I took them. I should have bought another one, but you guys, how awesome are these? So they're like little, let me show you. So they've got a really big one. And I really love the little packaging on it. See, it's got like little flowers. And look at the name. So cute. And it's got the little one. So you're like, what is that? Are those for your hair? No. These little skein savers, oops, starting to shed. These little skein savers, I can use the little one and you kind of just wrap it around and it holds your yarn together. You have a little one and then let me use this skein as an example. And then you've also got a big one. So I think I'm going to have to wrap this one twice. Oh, no, it fits. Would you look at that? And you've got a big one for your bigger. But I'll probably be mainly using these on these cakes. So I need a few more of these. I really enjoyed using these, you guys. They're really super handy. And who would have thunk? They're so fashionably cute. They're like that faux fur, that Lion Brand faux fur. I really like them. Thank you so much, Jessica, for being so creative, because I would have never thought of anything like this. This is so cute. Before we leave, my yarn is everywhere. Before we leave, I want to talk to y'all about, I'm so excited because I love the holidays. I want to talk to y'all about Jennifer from Fiber Flux. is starting her 2009 holiday crochet along. Every year she does a crochet along. And I think a few years ago, it was like a granny square tree skirt. She's always doing crochet alongs, and I really, really love it. And this year she's doing an advent calendar. And if you don't know what an advent calendar is, it is pretty much a calendar that you take off little ornaments off of it, and it could be her ornaments are like snowflakes and Christmas stars and Christmas presents and little circles, little hearts, things like that. And then you take one off each day as it gets closer and closer to Christmas. And this is a very fun project to do if you're a teacher, if you have small children, if you have nieces and nephews, you kind of want to do this thing with them. And I thought that it was such a good idea. It's super simple. It's materials you can get, anybody can get their hands on. It's not super hard materials that's like wool from the Great Alps. Like, you don't need to get anything hard like that. It's regular Red Heart or Bernat yarn, Super Value yarn, whatever you can get your hands on. And I thought it was such a good idea. So I will be joining that 2019 Cal Crochet Along, and I want to invite you to go ahead and do the same thing. And her name is, of course, you have to please subscribe to her channel as well, Jennifer from Fiber Flux. And I will be linking that video. We are barely on week 1, and that is materials. My dog is doing something strange, but we're only on week 1, and she's talking about materials. So I want to go ahead and you guys do this crochet along with me, because I want to do this with y'all. So go ahead and hop over. It's super easy, super simple. Before we leave, I always like to give you a little tidbit of a pep talk. As Christmas is vastly approaching, I am so excited because I love Christmas. I love all things holidays. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I know many of us suffer from life. I know there's times where people lose their jobs. They get laid off. People lose their family members, a mother, a brother, a son, a daughter. This may be the first year that you're spending Christmas without that loved one. This may be the first year you're facing Christmas alone if you're a single father, a single mother. This may be the first year you're facing Christmas with this hurt. And it's not always fun. And I feel like I kind of want to touch on that. If you are facing a loss, no matter what it is, if it's the loss of a job, a loss of a loved one, a loss of mental peace, a loss of like a heartbreak, if you're facing a heartbreak, a loss if your husband or your spouse or your brother, or your brother is or your sister is out, deployed. And I know that these times are supposed to be joyous and happy, and I know it might not always be easy to celebrate at a time like this. But I want to encourage you to look to the future. I know it's easier said than done, but I really want to give y'all hope that time does heal all wounds. Time really does help. The best thing, the best advice that anybody has ever given me is to throw yourself into the love of a friend, the love of a family member, and to just throw yourself and pour yourself into love. And don't be scared to feel these feelings of hurt, to feel these feelings of, I feel like sometimes we don't want to feel sad and we don't want to cry anymore. And it's like, it's okay. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to be angry at the situation. And it's okay. It's okay to feel, because you're only human, and this is what's going to help us. Once you embrace that, it's that process, that healing process comes, and it starts to move in. And I may not know your situation. I may not know the exact situation you're in, but if you are facing this Christmas for the first time with this heartache, or this trouble, this kind of like this catastrophe, this is like, how am I gonna feed all these people, and how am I going to do this, and how am I going to, just all these worries. I want to give y'all a message of hope. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Everything will be fine. You are amazing. You're wonderful. And you are smart, and you're going to figure this out. You have it. You've got it. Don't let this fear, this lie, hold on to you and scare you. Because fear is just a lie. It's just a lie. That lie of, I can't sell my crochet. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't face this. I can't. That's a lie. Y'all are amazing people. Humans are amazing creatures. And I want to give y'all hope, you guys. Hope of the future. Hope of what is to come. Hope of Christmases to come. And the only advice that I could give y'all is to just throw yourself into love of a friend, love of a family member, love of someone who's very close and dear to you, who understands this heartache that you are going through. And I don't wish this on anybody. I don't wish this not even one person on this earth. But if you are going through a hard time right now, and Christmas and Thanksgiving might be a little bit rough for you, I want to tell you that I love you, and it's going to be okay, and you're going to be okay. Don't worry about it. I know that this might linger in your mind day and night, but give your mind rest. Take a deep breath. And every time you exhale, let go of that problem. And just take it day by day, you guys. Take it day by day. I hope that this message touched you in some way, and I hope it helped you. I love you guys, and I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope that you'll have happy hooking, and that you'll get endless supply of yarn, and that y'all get endless supply of happiness and smiles and hugs and giggles and all the good stuff. Y'all have a great week. God bless you.